And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fine, fabulous, and fantastic Tuesday, and you are fine, fabulous, and fantastic too. Let's get into all the fun. We're gonna be playing some Minecraft. It's gonna be great. Ooh! Before I get into that though, because we're gonna be doing some decorative nonsense, but I gotta show you something cool. So check this out. Got a new Music Free Gaming cup that says selectively lazy on one side, and that's a problem for future me on the other. Yeah, this is available in the at musicfreegaming.com, so check that out. I'm going to be enjoying my ginger ale out of this tonight. So, good stuff. All right, let's get into the game, and sure I'm in all the right places. All right, yes, so here we are. We've got the storage. It's here. I'm still waiting for all of this copper to oxidize, so that's going to be fun and exciting. Also, I think I'm going to have to move the scaffolding up here. It's great. No, it's not great. It's here because it needed to be here. I needed a way up into the portal in case I didn't have wings on me. I think, though, we'll move it back here, at least for the time being. Just in case I do need to get into this portal. Because that does, in fact, seem like a thing that would be a thing that would have to happen once in a while. All right. At some point in the not too distant future, I'll figure out a better elevator or way up there. But for now, we'll live with that. All right. Let's dig. First thing we're going to do here is dig out the floor. Because what I want is, I want to put in some bone floor. Okay, because that seems, honestly, I like what it's doing at the other end. We're going to continue it down this way. The only problem is this is going to take roughly forever. So, that's cool. All right. Also, I have decided to start streaming again on Kick. Don't stress about that too much. I have, right now, Kick is basically read-only. I've tried to figure out how do I deal with the spam that I was dealing with over there. And so for now, I've set that chat just to subscriber only. So I don't have to worry about spam over on Kick, or at least if I do have to worry about spam, they're paying me for it. So, that's something anyway. All right. Definitely gonna have to clean out some stuff here, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come out this way. I think I'm gonna take out these. Yeah, I take those out anyway. All right. I'll take out those sea lanterns. I do want to, I think, line the path here with sea lanterns as well. Same deal. Sea lanterns under carpet. So we've got plenty of light to make our way here. So that's going to be all sorts of fun. Okay. However, would be really nice if we do a thing. No, welcome in. Probably won't stay as long for the Minecraft stream. That's fair. That's totally fair. But glad you're here regardless, for however long you choose to stick around. Yep, we'll be back in Terraria on Thursday. Oh, geez, I'm out of bone blocks. Well, geez, I really should maybe set a few filters so I can start using this storage, but that's a problem for future me. Anyway, yeah, bone blocks. No, so Thursday, Terraria. We're going to be diving into pumps and wires and I guess automation stuff. So why am I going this way? The bone meal's back here. I don't think I need to, but I might have to head back to the Badlands. Oh, I don't have to go to the Badlands. I have a bone meal farm right here. Yeah, see, I've got a moss farm right here. It's not the greatest moss farm on earth, but it definitely does get me some bone meal. Which is good, since I need bone blocks. Bone blocks. Let's see. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, no, I'm excited for this new cup. You know, I've been wanting one that's easier for soda, that's not that at least has my merch, you know. So that's fun. Definitely gonna get some more. So yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like, what would I want to put on it? It's like, you know what? I'll just be selectively lazy and just put 2 things on it and call it good. So, all right. Well, that should do it for now. If I need more, I'll get more. Woohoo! All right. This is one of those projects I had been meaning to get done more or less since I moved into this city. I was definitely going to make the center area under the portal my main base in this city. And I just never got around to it, you know? And I've been sort of in a mood in this world to sort of catch up with all of that stuff. Is it Java or Bedrock? This is Java. Yeah, I need to... Don't worry about that. I need to get to that at some point. Nope, this is definitely Bedrock. And I'm not sure to pronounce her name. Foud? Anyway, however it's pronounced, welcome in. Glad you're here. Hope your day is going well. Call you gamer. I will never remember that. Okay, that is why this is narrower. Okay, cool. Do I... Okay, so this doesn't need to be here. You know, yeah, let's go ahead and widen this up. No, see, I have a memory like a steel sieve. Everything just sort of slips through it. So, well, we'll see how far it gets. Can you join? No. This is a private server. Okay. Did I? Oh yeah. Your left mouse button only works 30% of the time? Yeah, that definitely seems like it would be a problem. Ack. Some of these bone blocks will actually go in facing the right way, but that's that just seems weird. Okay, so we'll get those in. Did I had carrots. I know I had carrots. I had them around here somewhere. And I probably... Did I just dump them in a box and... wonder if I... Oh, you know what? I bet I left them in with the machine over here. Because that'll happen on... Nope. Well, cheese monkeys. Where the heck did I leave my carrots? Well... Okay. Guess. I guess it's fine. I have a whole box full of carrots in my ender chest, so it'll be fine. Everything will be wonderful and stuff and things. Okay. That will work. Okie dokie. Alright, so we're definitely going to bring, obviously, this road this way. Let's go ahead and... Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll run sea lanterns under carpet here. It'll be fine. At least golden carrots are not hard to get, you know? Alright, so let's... have to get some more sea lanterns. Fortunately, I should have, you know, probably a lot of them here. Oh, no, those are frog lights. Did I... Okay, that's close enough. Okay, there we go. I have an entire storage system here. I should just set up filters. I'll also have to finish all of the spruce fences coming along here too. But future me is gonna. This is why future me doesn't like me. Okay, because future me gets left with all the work, while present me gets to not do the work. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. We'll be fine. But hey, if you need a reminder that, you know, that's a problem for future me, you know, so check out the new cup available at musicfreegaming.com. It's nice. It's a 12-ounce cup, so it's perfect for one serving of soda. All right, so that's going to go there. This is all going to move. I'll be setting up some form of elevator up to a second floor and something with easy access to the nether portal up there. We'll deal with that here in a little bit. Oh, let's see. That'll work. All right. Little bit of free space anyway. Should just grab another shulker box or something. Okay. This can at least go in there. I have... Yeah, spruce. Let's get some signs. Craft up a bunch of signs here. Oh, that's not going to be enough. One serving of soda slightly larger in the US. Yeah, it's basically one can of soda. Oh, hang on. Is, yeah, it's 12 ounces. Okay, so hang on. Tweakaroo. Okay. There's a... I don't know, is it this? I don't know if it's the Yeats or if it's in... Yep, that one. Disable the sign GUI. this is really handy because then it just makes it really easy to put signs in place when you have a lot of them. Because I'm not going to be putting any text on these. Their glass is about 8.5 ounces. That's fair. I have more wood in one of these boxes that I keep looking through and not seeing. Right? Right? Well, I've got more sticks. That's good enough. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go get some more, cut down some more trees. Okay, so that's there. Oh, I missed that completely. All right, well, we're gonna have to figure out a lot of things here. All right, let's head back over here. I'll drop off some of this deep slate, and then we'll head up and cut down some trees. All right, deep slate, other deep slate. I have a lot of deep slate in this world. This is what happens when you make a base in the deep dark. You get a lot of deep slate. Okay. Now the only problem with this cup is that it's 12 ounces, but that's 12 ounces to practically the rim. So if you want, obviously you put less in it. It holds less. Boy, that sentence makes a lot of sense. Yes, if you don't put as much into the cup, there won't be as much in it. All right, that's just apparently how volume works or something. Okay, so where am I? All right, let's grab a couple of spruce saplings and away we go. Oh, Foxy's so nice. You can see all the way over to the snow globe over there. Oh, so nice. Okay. Oh, speaking of stuff, I talked about it in the supporter newsletter that went out on Sunday, but I am going to be starting a new modded Minecraft series, and I've been thinking about when I want to start that. That is going to start on August 4th, which I think is going to work out nicely since that is my birthday. And a nice birthday stream with a new modded world. I think it's going to be fun, so looking forward to that. I think I've got most of the mods down that I want to use. I need to do some testing to make sure everything works, because that is always an issue with mods. But I've been wanting to play with applied energistics. I think it is AE2. I've heard some people talk about it. I've looked at it once in a while. It's like, all right, you know what? I've been meaning to play this for a while, so I'm going to be doing that here. Starting in August. So that's going to be fun. I think I'm also going to put create in there, since I love to create mods so much. But it's not going to be a create mod focused series. At least that's the plan. But, create's just so awesome. Speaking of create, I have a new Skyblock video out for, it's out for members on YouTube. Just came out on Monday. And then will be available for everybody else on Friday. Oh, and welcome in, Ravine? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome in, man. Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. All right, that should be enough for the signs I need. How do I get out of here? Okay. It's been a while since I've lived in this part of the world. I've forgotten where everything is. All right. Back to... Well, we'll drop these saplings off in my my original storage, and we'll go back to setting up the old one. Spruce. There we go. All right. Wow. Oh, wait. There's a wall there. Yes, this is what happens. I totally forget how everything works. Or where everything is, or both. All right. Signs. Okay, that should be enough signs. All right. Yeah, the signs are going to be, well, obviously helpful for, you know, labeling things. But I think it looks better. It's going to look nicer than doing item frames and stuff, so we'll stick with that. It'll just be really nice once this all this copper oxidizes. The problem with using copper trapdoors is there's no way to just craft them in an oxidized state. Hang on. Oh, you're kidding me. One more? I need one more? Well, that's just sick and wrong right there, and that's just not at all how that's supposed to go. All right, fine. I'll craft one more set of signs. Because I just have to. Silly. Okay. All right, now let's all right, sign. Oops, it's under Yeats. Sign. All right, cool. Cool. So now I can get in and edit the signs again, and it's gonna be great. I think I've got enough glow squid that I'll be able to light up all of this stuff as I label it. So that's going to be good. Okay. All right, so we've got this going on here. I need to decide what I want to do for the ceiling. Now, I was thinking, and the more I think about this, the more wrong I think I am, but I was thinking of, woohoo. All right, maybe not. I was thinking of actually putting the floor at the same level as this glass, right? So we'd have a second floor up here, and it would run across to that, well, to the deep slate, which I think is all going to be coming out, actually. But that is going to be kind of tall, you know? Like if I were to put all the deep slate away, surprisingly enough. Like if I come in, grab some of these bricks. Scaffolding. Hang on. My scaffolding is apparently all over the place, so let's just restock here a little bit. All right. So I'm a little bit concerned that if I were to come in here with the floor at this level, okay? Right, so that we're at, okay, close enough. Right, so that it's up here. Okay, let's just put a little bit of this in place just so we can kind of see what's going on. I don't know if this is actually what I would make the ceiling out of, but it's easy to see anyway. If I put that up there, that is going to be really tall. Honestly, I feel like it's going to make this feel really tall and skinny and kind of squished. And I don't think I want that. No, I don't think I want that at all. Okay. Very well. Today we shall move the blocks. Question is then where do I want to put it? Now I could put it right up at the top where those redstone things are. It's totally a thing, right? Ack. Alright. We are making a mess. It's going to be fine. We like big messes. Honestly, that might be okay right where that is. This is actually convenient because we've got a whole bunch over here too that's down at this level. I think actually taking it up at the same level that's right up here. So maybe not deep slate, but something, right? That'll give me an area right above all of those trapdoors. Good job. Thanks. I mean, other than leaving some blocks around. Oh. Okay. We got it. We got it. Okay. Ouch. Well, that's definitely a possibility then. Yeah, if I do it up at that height. Alright, so what do we do for the ceiling? I do want this to be fairly well lit. Like, okay, if I turn off the gamma override so that it's all dark and creepy in here again. Yeah, I think I want a brighter ceiling. I don't know if I want it to be the bone blocks. But definitely a brighter color would be good. Now I have all the wool ever because my wool farm is just right over that way somewhere. I don't want to do purple. I mean, purple would be okay with the copper. I just think that would be sort of the wrong feel. What else might be good? I'm open to suggestions, chat. If y'all have ideas of what might be a good color to put above this. But I do like the idea of it being something fairly light. You're from the Philippines. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Who are some of the other people on the S&P? I don't think there are any other content creators on the S&P. Snoopers, who is in once in a while. She's been dealing with some family things, so she hasn't been in chat much. This is actually her server. But there are a few others. It's said it's a private server for, you know, for us and a couple of friends and stuff. Okay. Let's try. Honestly, I wonder if I was going to say diorite, but actually I'm kind of wondering if smooth stone might be the way to go too. Fortunately, I've got both of those. I don't think end stone would work. It's sort of, I think it's end up being the wrong color. I have no idea what that is, Rife, but this is, try to keep chat English only, please, so that I can understand what's being said, because that helps. What was I looking for? I'm easily distracted and my mind has gone. Why was I here? Oh, diorite. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Calcite might be interesting too, but I'd have to go find a calcite mountain because I have almost none of this stuff. Right, so if I come in with diorite, it would be at this level. Right, if I bring this in, something like that. So it means I love you in Tagalog? Well. Do I have that quote? I don't use my soundboard enough. I always forget what I have on it. Okay. Anyway. Okie dokie. I think it's a little noisy. Yeah, the color's not bad. I don't even mind the the white and gray and all that. I think it's just too noisy. I want something cleaner. Okay. All right. All right, so that's... All right, so the diorite's not going to cut it. Let's go ahead and try the smooth stone. I'm a little worried about the gray, but it might work. Again, please keep the chat English only, or I will... I don't want to have to time people out. Okay. I also don't know what would be going on top of this. Might be more copper. Might be warped wood, actually. Well, actually, what might be interesting would be some resin. That might be fun. Okay. Actually, you know what? That might not be too bad. I'm going to leave that there for a minute while I think about it. And let's get over here with some resin bricks. And let's see. We don't really have anything else other than bricks, huh? Okay. What would polish diorite? That's not a bad shout. The other thing that might be worth looking at is iron. Iron blocks. Because iron blocks might be reasonable here. Okay, but let's go ahead and get put this, well, that's apparently all I made up. No, polished diorite is a good idea. I like that better than the stone. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this out. I'll have to look. I may have to head back to the Badlands. I think I've got some diorite over there. This is what happens. I got the same problem in Terraria. I get spread out across multiple storage systems. I don't know what I have anywhere. But yeah, the stone is definitely not going to be the way to go here. But I do like the diorite. What I wanted to do is the reason I made up the resin bricks. Too bad there are no pylons. Yeah. I mean, I have op on the server. Technically, I could teleport, but no. Try not to abuse that too often. Okay. You're gonna leave? Enjoy. Have a fabulous day. I hope it's amazing and wonderful out there in the Philippines. I do like the bricks. I think I may drop in some chiseled. All right, let's go find some let's go find some diorite. All right. All right, so polished diorite. No, I do. I like that look. Nope, I really do. All right. You know, this is a very long bubble vader. All right. Wherefore am I? Okay, that's spawn. There we go, this way. I like being up on the nether roof. You haven't played in like 3 years? Oh, that's fair. Even if based off the diary, hey, you know, we all get ideas off something. I really want to get the server updated to the sulfur cube update, because I need it for the redstone in the science lab over there, but I just haven't had the time to look at it and make sure the server mods are updated and all that fun stuff, you know. Let's turn that off. All right. Let's come in here, take a look, see how much diorite I have. I might have a bunch back actually at the science lab because I had to dig out a fair area for the for the something else. Diorite. Okay. Well, that looks like plenty of diorite to me. We'll just take that. What kind of server mods? Mostly just performance mods. There's a couple. We do have a map mod available. I don't use it very often, but that's got a mod on it, which I believe it's updated. You know, mostly just some performance mods and things like that, but I use a fair number of client-side mods. Actually, that is one of the mods too. I have to double check. So we've got the map. We also have one that's mods. The shulker box labels. Like, so you might have seen. I've got a few shulker boxes that have like icons and stuff on the top. That's a mod that makes that available, which is really, really convenient for, well, for just seeing what a shulker box is at a glance before you even have to look at it. So we do have a couple of those types of mods, and then a slew of data packs. But well, welcome back. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Hope at least you're still having a fabulous day. All right, let's get over the gold farm. So yeah, this isn't a particularly modded server, but we do have a couple of things just to make life a little bit nicer. The series I'm starting up is going to be heavily modded, so I'm not quite a full Feed the Beast mod pack. I'm not going to be doing, you know, Ocean Block or whatever they call their, you know, Sky Island variety of something or other. But I'm definitely looking at a fair number of mods that I want to have and play with. And I'm actually thinking of doing something don't think I've ever done in a modded world, and grab a biome mod. You know, something like Biomes of Plenty or something like that, and just go into town with that. Okay. That one will be streamed. That one will definitely be streamed. I'm was looking to stream a little bit more Minecraft, but vanilla Minecraft, as much as I like it, there is a practical side of it that doesn't pull in the views quite as much as I would like. It's not that I just want to stop playing in this world, and I don't think I'm going to. I think what I'm going to do, probably not the first couple of weeks, but I think what I'll be doing is something along the lines of vanilla Minecraft maybe on Tuesday, modded Minecraft on Thursday, and Terraria on Saturday. Something along those lines. Am I 38? No. Nope, I am not. Be nice to be 38 again. Okay. All right, so hang on. We got a bunch of deep slate to clean out here. But yeah, I think this diorite's going to be good. It's going to provide a little bit of texture. It's going to look a bit like ceiling tiles, which I think is going to look really good. All right. I really should just set up at least the first slice or two, or a couple of slices here for just to dump this deep slate into. I do need more copper golems, really, especially on that first half. But heck, I don't even have a good way of getting stuff into this storage now that I think about it. I was looking at potentially doing a shulker unloader and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to go that crazy, though. It would be nice, though. It's always nice to be able to just take a shulker box, just dump that into the system and let it all get sorted out and taken care of. All right, we'll have to. What's my age? I don't know that's necessarily appropriate to talk about here on stream. All right, let's. All right, okay. Do I really want to? Yeah, I do. I do. I'm gonna. No, I can't let myself get distracted. But this will be deep slate. Apparently. Because, yeah, somewhere above 38. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's not that I'm, like, concerned about my age, but age chat, or age talk in chat can lead to some issues that I don't want to deal with, so. No, yeah, I'm below 123. Yeah, fortunately. Yeah, because I'm multi-streaming and stuff, and there's some parts of the world, it's like, all right, if you're below a certain age, you're actually not allowed to be on Twitch, or actually even YouTube. I think Australia is, I said it like 16. And I run into an issue that if that starts showing up in chat, then I kind of have to start banning people, and I don't want to mess with that, so. Okay. Yeah, that's going to take a lot of digging out too, but we'll get that when we get there. Yes, I will pick it all up. I was just going to let it sit there, but no, I'm going to pick it all up because I'm silly like that. Okay. Deep slate. Yeah, we're going to have all sorts of fun. I don't know where I'm going to put the skulk, but apparently that's where the deep slate's going, so. Alright. We get there. It's going to take forever. It's one of the things I love storage systems. I have to admit, I really enjoy building storage systems and things like that. I really hate setting filters on storage systems. What SMP am I in? I'm in an SMP called Going Solo. It's a private server. Yeah, we're a server of introverts. So the few of us that play on the server tend to play mostly solo. Every once in a while we'll get together and stuff, but it's pretty rare. We're definitely not an SMP like Hermitcraft or something like that. I've been on a couple of those types of SMPs. None of them lasted long, unfortunately. And a couple people. I mean, I was on one a couple of years ago. But that Tinker, I think it's Tinker77, had set up. Originally set it up for his community, but he was trying to set up a something a little more content creator favoring, I suppose. Maybe that's how I want to put it. I have words. Sometimes I use them correctly. But it didn't really work out that well, ultimately. Mostly because I think Tinker had stuff come up in his life, and so. Okay. Oh, again, I have storage here. Just throw that in there. I don't know where we're gonna put the skulk. The skulk vein is going here on the wall. Hey, Fox! How's it going over there on Twitch? Hope you're having a fabulous day. Just realized I had the wrong tab open over there. Okay. Anyway. Don't you hate it when you hit the wrong button and then you hit it again and it's still wrong? All right. Okay. Your Twitch says the stream title is still Terraria? Oh, it does still say that, doesn't it? Well, that's silly. We wouldn't want that to happen. I did change the game. Apparently, I didn't actually save it when I updated the title. Okay. No. See, I'm a professional. You can tell. It's all the. I'd make no pretensions of being any sort of professional. Oh, as fun as that would be. Ugh. Speaking of things that are fun, or not in this case, it was ridiculously warm in my office today at work. It's not supposed to be in the upper 80s, just Fahrenheit, by the way. It's definitely not upper 80s Celsius. That would be just completely unbearable. But, yeah, I eventually broke down. I posted a picture of it in the Discord, but I ended up getting, there's my shovel. I ended up grabbing an ice pack and a fan, and it's like, all right, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. It's been 100 plus for the last few weeks? Dude. Which, I don't want you to, like, dox yourself, but what area are you in that it's so unbearable? Here, I'm going crazy because it's, like, 85, almost 90 here. It's with a breeze. It's actually really nice if you're in the shade, but my office is not where I want to see those temperatures. My office, I'd rather have it be nice and cool and not keep trying to put me to sleep while I'm trying to get work done. But, you know, I live in the mountains, so it's... Oh, up in New England. Okay, shiny. Okay, I think this is going to work good. No, this is excellent. This is a great idea. Nope. No, this is fabulous. I might do is a little bit of something to break up the pattern here a little bit. But I think it's good. It adds just a little bit of texture. Now, this is all fairly busy down here because we've got the trap doors and we've got the barrels and all that stuff. But I think this is going to be good. The only other option really would be to take something like wool or concrete. But I think this is going to work. Yes, praise. All right. What am I doing? I don't know. I am doing a thing. Yeah, water's good. Big fan of water. Speaking of water, okay, hang on. I'm gonna do like the YouTube thing here for just a moment. Look, self-promotion. Ha 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 ha. Speaking of water, again, you get this awesome cups. It's got selectively lazy on one side, and that's a problem for future me on the other. You get it at musicfreegaming.com. It's awesome. So I just got mine. I love it. So check that out. All right. Back to the game. Sorry, I had to because it's awesome and I like it. All right. Oh. Is there one with a handle? I do have a mug up there. I don't tend to use mugs often myself. Turn the sound back on. But I do have mugs up there. Yes, yes. You're not a fan of water, because 5 glasses of cola a day isn't the best. That's fair. I do drink a lot of water, and for that, I have the this big, tall, music-free gaming. That's a problem for future me tumbler. This one actually comes with a straw, but the straw rattles around too much for me to use it on stream. Okay, those hoppers are going to be a problem. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to do something about that. Oh, for mugs, that's fair. That's fair. I'm sauce? SOS? Save our souls! Mayday, mayday, we're sinking! Okay. Save our sushi. Ah, yes. You know, that's one of those things. I don't like seafood, and so it's kind of fun when we go out sometimes for dinner, and it's like, wife says, you know, I really feel like, you know, sushi. It's like, well, they probably have something there I can eat. Save our souls. Our shoes are falling apart. Help us, help us. Oh, man, I had a really nice pair of boots. Hiking boots. They were amazing. They were really comfortable. And I managed to split the sole in a weird way. Like horizontally across the shoe. It's like from side to side, all the way across, all the way through the sole. It's like, what the heck, man? On both. Yeah, shave our soles. I don't know if your feet are that hairy that the underside needs to be shaved, you might want to see a dermatologist about that. I look like Superman. Well, if Superman were a middle-aged fat man, cheers. Shave our sushi. All those poor fish. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something here. Okay. Heck, for that matter, I gotta figure out what the walls are doing here, but that's a problem for future me if I've ever seen one. Okay. All right, but yeah, the diorite's good. Let's go ahead and finish. Not copper. Let's go ahead and finish with the resin blocks. Oops. Resin blocks. Okay, that should be enough. We'll do some other things. Fix your procrastination issue some other day. Yes. I'll stop procrastinating tomorrow. Okay. Bad mean? I have no idea what you're saying there. Okay, this is just in the way. It's not like I need more deep slate, except I probably do. I love building with deep slate. I'm not going to say that was one of the reasons I wanted to set up base in a ancient city, but it was definitely a perk. He's trying his best. Yeah, and that's fair. Okay. Yeah, just break this, because I certainly don't need the skulk right now either. Alright. Now, what I don't know here would probably fill multiple books. But I don't know what I want to do here with the copper. I don't know if I want the copper to go all the way up. No, should probably bring the ceiling over here too, but yeah. We'll get to that in a minute. Do I want to bring the copper up that way? You know, it'd be really nice. Oh, I do have some oxidized copper. That's convenient. I should probably lay out some more copper here. Hang on. This is annoying, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, just let this, well, some of those got placed in a thing. Yeah, orange and blue definitely work as a color contrast. I kind of wish I had a better blue, but unfortunately, blues and greens are somewhat limited in Minecraft. It's kind of annoying, actually. Yeah, no, that's fine. All right. I would love to have some more blues and greens. As much as I like the new sulfur and whatever the crimsite is, not crimsite. Sorry, that's calling back to Terraria. Whatever the new red block is. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm just gonna bring that all the way up like that. I need some walls. I've got sea lanterns. Okay. All right. So if I just pop this up like so, and then I go with thusly. I have to cover that, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay. So bring that in, bring that up, and let's get some more diorite blocks because obviously I couldn't possibly want to have them in my inventory. That would be too convenient. Okay. Also, a place for soul sand would be handy as well, but all right. Yeah, no, because I grew up in the Denver area, I ended up being a fan of the Denver Broncos NFL football team. And orange and blue are their colors. So I had a lot of that growing up. I don't watch a lot of football these days. I kind of got out of the habit when I was writing my book, and I kind of realized I didn't miss it, so I didn't go back and watch more. And I was happy to have the time back. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to work out fairly well. I want to do... Let's see. Let's grab some of these resin bricks. I want to grab some chiseled ones. Now, the chiseled are a little bit fun because they've got a different pattern on them. Can I reach that? Nope. No, I mean, I might be able to reach it, but I don't have fabulous skills and stuff, so. Honestly, this might be easier to do from the top, but I like that. I might put one in the middle. Yeah, let's do this from the top. It'll be easier. Of course, the blue that the Broncos wore was more of a royal blue, at least when I was young enough. I went to a really dark blue, which actually looked fine, but 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right there. But yeah, orange and blue works. They're definitely complementary. They say nice things about each other. Yeah, I think I do. I think I do want to put this in the middle like so. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to work out pretty well. Breaks up the brick pattern here a little bit, and I like it. All right, so now I guess we're going to be doing the thing. All right. So that's going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Assuming I counted correctly, which is always an interesting question. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Get those in place. Yeah, just because they're opposites. Yeah, they can totally be nice to each other. Actually, it's kind of funny because my wife and I are sort of that way. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Yeah. We do have similar interests, but really different tastes in some things. Oops, that's not where that goes. Okay. And we're both introverts, which helps a lot. But we're very much the oh yeah, we like to do these same types of things, but yeah, separately and stuff. But yeah, we have pretty different tastes in lots of things, which is kind of fun. Surprisingly enough, though, one of those things that we both really like is Star Trek, which is why we end up talking about Star Trek a lot on the podcast. Oops. Yeah, about once a month, my wife joins me on my podcast, and we've talked about a number of things, but Star Trek, I think actually Star Trek is the next episode that comes out. Yeah, I'm talking about holodecks and stuff, so that was a fun conversation. Okay. Bring this roof out. It'll need to... It's going to need to come out all the way over to that side. But I've got a couple of things here I need to figure out before I bring the rest of the walls over. Because I need right back in here. Yeah. Right over here in this space. This is where the shulker loader, or at least the storage loading, is going to be. It's where I'm going to dump stuff to put it into the storage system. But I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what this wall is going to look like as it's coming around here. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Sometimes you weren't so careful about what you said. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes. Certainly gotten myself in trouble with things I've said on occasion. Yeah, now this... There is going to be a path here, but... Seemed like a carefree, jolly spirit. Yes. Okay. Put that there. All right. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to have a... Jeez. Sorry, my brain is not working today. It's too hot. Let me turn a fan. I'm going to have a path going here. I think I'm going to make this wall solid, perhaps. Because I've got this... I might have to shift where this road goes, too. But then I'm going to have the elevators going up to the portal on that side over there. Yeah, but we're used to it. Yeah. I was a math major because words are hard. Yep. Yep, back in my college days, back in the 1900s. Yep. Okay. What a mess is my inventory. Okay. Yep. take advantage of this big box. That seems reasonable. Okay. Do I have more bones? 3 more, so that's awesome. That's a stone cutter. Turns out they don't keep a lot of bones in stone cutters. I know. It's weird, right? But it's 100% true. They just don't put the bones in the stone cutter. I mean, not that stone cutters couldn't do fun things to bones, but we're going to try to not do that on this sort of family stream because that would just get messy. Oh, that's where that should go. All right, this goes up. I had one job. I had one block. I had one job to put one block in one space. There. We got it. Ta-da! Yep. I have skills. This is how this works. Apparently falling is a thing I do too. See? Skills. All right. No, we're good. Everything is fabulous. All right. So I do need to go get some bone materials, which fortunately I have a lot of. Okay. Oh, sea lanterns. Which I've got some. I think I need to get... Where did I put the sea lanterns? Okay, that should probably be enough. But yeah, this is just going to be the... yeah, just this nice handy way up here. Okay, this is going to come out. To double check. Oh, light levels are fine. It is a little bit dimmer here. If I turn off the gamma override, see it's a little bit dimmer, but not too bad. So I may get some other things going in there, but all right. In the meantime, we're going to put the gamma back on just because it's dark in the ancient city and it's just easier to do it with the gamma. Builds don't always look quite as good with the full bright. Just because it's... You lose all of the shadows. Right? All of that extra definition that comes from the shadows, but... Alright. Fine. Okay. At least I have more than my share of deep slate here, so should be good. Let's go get some more bones. I really need to work on expanding my bone meal farm back in the Badlands. You're gonna leave now? Yeah, take care, Not. Have an excellent evening. Evening, night, whatever your time of day is. I hope it's a good one. And hopefully I'll see you on stream on Thursday. Or maybe Saturday. Or maybe some other time. But okay. I should... Since these things have all oxidized, let's go and clean them up. Because I'm not getting distracted. No, see, there's no distractions here. Ack! Okay. Excuse me. Good news is, I don't think I'm going to end up falling into lava here. I think I've took care of all the lava that may or may not have been underneath this. Okay. Or will I? Yes. The chances of me falling in lava here are small, but never zero. Okay. Let's get some bones in place here. No, that's cool. I once did something really fun. I was using bone blocks for like a restaurant or a cafeteria or something. And I would turn them up like this underneath the chairs. Like it was a, darn. Anyway, it's like where you'd have, whoever was sitting there, you know, they'd have their feet up, or, you know, feet under the chair and all that good stuff. It was really, it was a really cool effect. I like that. Come on, can do it, can do it. Place the blocks. Now, some of this is gonna come out once once I figure out what the heck I'm gonna do for an elevator. I mean, I could just do bubble vaders off the side, but I'm thinking of doing something a little bit more dynamic. But if I do, you know, it'd be something like with geysers or something like that. But I've got to upgrade the server first before I can do that. So that's not going to be a thing. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's going to be there. I do need to do something here at the intersection. I just don't know what. Yeah, and I do need to bring in some more roof. All right, well, we'll deal with that in a little bit. I said problems for future me, that type of thing. Okay, bone can go in there. All right. Yeah, this is looking really nice. I'm happy with this. Okay, that copper ended up. All right, no, that's fine. This one's changed enough. I can slap that in there. Okay, up. Here we go. We can do it. We can do it. Cool. So that'll be good. Yeah, as all of this copper oxidizes, so it gets to this level. Yeah, see, it's looking really nice. We're getting some good contrast here with the resin, and I'm really liking what this is doing. Definitely a fan. Okay. So that's good. So what happens when we turn the corner? Okay. Now I do like leaving the copper and the resin, for that matter, is a highlight. Right? I don't want to do all of the walls in this teal. I wouldn't do it all in copper anyway. I'd go get some warped wood, something like that. I have a very manual warped wood farm over there somewhere. But I think what I want to do is let's get. Actually, maybe let's take some of these logs. And let's do this. Let's run some logs. Ah, darn it. That was not at all what I wanted to do. Was not planning on stripping that log, okay? And accidental stripping, as much as I try to avoid stripping accidentally on stream, it does happen once in a while. And as long as I can stay away from TOS violations, we should be okay, okay? Just try to avoid that accidental stripping to the greatest extent that we can. Okay. Right. Well, I'll go with there. Okay. I think I want to take it up one more block up this way as well. But we'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the planks like this. This'll sort of it sort of continues what's happening here. Just we don't have the barrels coming along this way. I could even break this up about halfway through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do 9? I don't know what to do. Again, it's the problem with not knowing what I'm going to do with the exterior. I'm very much an interior first builder, okay? Etho, if you know from Etho's lab, falls into this category too. Very much an inside out builder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be the middle. Which is fine because it misses the redstone there, which is lovely. Okay. So then I could bring this up this way. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that. Just without getting trapped in my build. Or, you know, falling out of it or something. Okay. Yeah, I think that would work. I'd have to get some more copper. Some more copper coming up this way. And, oh, what did I do underneath these walls here? Looks like I just left it raw deep slate. Actually, that's okay, because the color kind of blends in with this carpet here. I could replace it with wool, which actually might be a better idea. Okay. But yes, I could break that up like so. Take some planks up here as well. Just bring it across. I've got to cut out a little bit so that I can get the rest of the stuff in there, but I think this will work out okay. Okay, right, so this would come out. Yeah. Slap this little copper action down here with some resin walls. Then it's just a matter of what to do along the top. Because I could continue that whole trap door thing, I suppose. I would be okay. I'm not going to put the redstone lamps behind them. All right, hang on. Let me go get some copper. Since these copper blocks are still aging, unfortunately. Actually, some of them have started to change. But that's fine. Well, we shall deal with it. Let's get some resin walls, and I don't think I have any more aged copper. Yeah, not so much. Okay. That's fine. Go ahead. We'll go ahead and grab these. I wanted them to age, but now they're not going to. I'm going to pluck them in the prime of their lives while they're still young and bright and you know, still have hopes and dreams. I'm going to rip them out of their happy place and shove them into a wall where they will know their true purpose, which is just to stand there and look pretty. Okay, I know some of you, that's your job in life too. I get it. I don't want to be discouraging you from your life choices, but this is kind of what this copper is going to do. It's just going to stand here in the wall and look pretty, and that's pretty much just all I ask of it. Okay. I would ask more of it, but I don't have more of it. There we go. All right, so that would go there, and now we get our happy resin. Okay. All right, so I could do something along those lines, right? Maybe I'll just continue the trap or the planks here like this. Not like that. That would be silly. But bring these planks up here like so. Trapdoors. I thought I grabbed the right trapdoors, but it turns out I was wrong. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Sometimes we're wrong, and that's sad. Also, sometimes we're hungry, and that's also sad. Okay. Okay. All right, so we'll put those in like so. Yeah, I think that's going to work. This side's not going to light up like the front does if something starts to fill up. That's okay, because there's nothing here for the storage anyway. This is just decorative nonsense. And I don't know about you, but I am in fact a fan of decorative nonsense. Not particularly good at it, mind you, but I am a fan. I do like the decorative nonsense. Okay, and I think does it work? Okay, I think what I can do is we'll just do 2 of the chiseled. Just because there's a... Yeah, I think that's going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I reach under there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then next to it on this side right here would be some more copper. If I were to just continue out this wall like so. Yeah, copper. Oh, copper. Oh, jeez. Left a bunch of stuff sitting here in the wall. Okay. I don't have any inventory space for this. There's the copper. There's too much of it. You know, I like copper. I like the different colors and textures and all the other stuff that it gives. But it is such a disaster when it comes to inventory space, you know? It's like there are 4 different varieties of every copper thing in the game, and it's a little much. Yeah, if I take that out and put in some wool. Yeah, that's going to look better. I like that. Okay, so that's going to have to change, and I have to get some more diorite up there. I don't know what I'm going to do with these trapdoors. Or these hoppers. I might put trapdoors over them. That might be where that thought goes. But I don't know. But while we're waiting on that thought, I think I like this for the walls. What I could do, I think I put all the fence or the signs away, yeah? Oh, I mean, I only had 2, but you know, it just seemed like so many. And all right. Okay, that's fine for now. Let's come over here to the sign thing. We're going to turn off the GUI again. It's a nice feature of Tweakaroo that you can then just place signs like so. Yeah, we lose the banding from the barrels. I mean, I could come in and put barrels there. I might do it anyway. Yeah, I think I do want to do that. Because you look how nice this looks, right? Because we've got these black bands that come across the barrel, and it really sets apart these signs. You come over here, and they're just not there. And while I won't be storing anything in these barrels as part of the storage system, I think they're going to look so much nicer. All right. All right, I can do that, I guess. Boy, it's a good thing I've got this here. I don't have that much storage. I only have 3 barrels worth for stuff, but that's okay. Am I going to need to make more barrels? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Yeah, more than that. Okay, barrels. Ta-da! All right, yeah, let's go and take these planks out. Put barrels in place there. Okay, it is. It's just gonna look better. Honestly, I was gonna cheap out. It's like, yeah, if I just use planks, it'll be fine. It'll get the idea across and be great. No. Nope, we're definitely gonna want to use barrels. Okay. Cast sign. Oops. That's right. The GUI is still turned off, but I still have to crouch to place the signs because otherwise I just end up opening the barrel. The good news is it does add extra storage. It's not sorted storage, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. That is fine. In case I need it, I've got storage. This is the type of storage that, were I spending a lot of time here, I might set this up as like storage for a particular job. Right? You ever have like project storage? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in here doing this, you know, doing this thing, working on this project. Let's get all my stuff together. That's what I could use this for, potentially. But okay. Yeah, it just looks better with the wool. Just underneath these resin walls. Okay. Well, that should work, at least for the moment. Let's go ahead and get this side done. Okay. All right, how far? Oh, right. It's like, how far do I need to go? Well, if I just look across the hallway, I'll be able to find out. So the other question is, do I want to have some sort of door into the storage or just leave it open? And in all honesty, I might just leave it open. Something to be said for that. Lazy. Lazy might be... Ah, darn it. Did it again. I keep forgetting that, you know, copper does things when you hit it with an axe. Okay. Oh, I am going to need so many more barrels. Okay. All right, so we're coming across here, right? Okay, so that's going to go like so. So let's go ahead and get this copper. Okay. Ah, again, with the lack of inventory space. Yeah, no, this will be... It's going to be messy. That's what it is. It's going to be messy. And I'm not talking about Argentinian soccer stars or something. Is it from Argentina? I don't know. Those of you who are like watching the World Cup or care about such things, what team does Messi play for? I'm sure he plays for somebody. I know it's a South American team. I don't know. I don't follow international soccer. Football. Nah, it's just not my jam. But mostly because I just don't watch sports at all these days. So okay. So oh right, this side. So I'm looking for something here. Okay. So that's gonna go there. Let's go ahead and get the sea lanterns in place. Okay. And okay. That comes out. Do I have? I do have. Sweet. Alright. So that goes there. Let's go and place these walls in place there. Alright. Cool. That's a thing. And then, let's see. I am putting planks up at this level, because those are just covered by the trapdoors. In the rest of the storage, that's where the redstone lamps go that indicate if the storage is getting too full. But here, it's just there. Okay. And now, it's getting a lot harder to get around the back side of my machine here. Okay, so while we're over here, let's dump a bunch of stuff. Deep slate. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and now craft up all the barrels we're going to need. I don't know if that's all the barrels we're going to need, but it's going to be fairly close. All right. That doesn't go there. Okay, so that's going to go up that way. And then it's going to go there. All right, and I don't... Oh, can I... No, I'm going to have to crafting table for that. That's okay. That is okay. We'll get the chiseled resin here in a minute. No, this side, this should be copper here. Yeah. Okay. Copper goes up to that. Okay. And then this will come across like so. Take out that so we can actually have this roof do a thing here. Okay, obviously, I'm going to want to open this up a bit as it comes across the bridge. It does narrow a little bit there anyway, so widening this section out of this bridge that comes across the water here is not going to be that big a deal. So, again, with the picking up the copper here. Okay. I do have a lot of space where I can place stuff, which is kind of nice, I guess. I like this as a perk. I do need to do something with this bridge. I don't know that I actually want to take it to the end stone and stuff I've been using elsewhere. I kind of like the black stone, or the deep slate here. The deep slate and the basalt. I do want to brighten it all up, but I don't know what I want to do with that. That's why it still is the way it is, because I just have zero idea what I want to do with it. So it's going to wait. Okay. Let's go and get those barrels in. And yeah, I'm going to have to do something about that line of hoppers there. I don't know what. 14, huh? Guess we've got some signs that I need to craft up here. Need some signs, and I need some chiseled resin. Boy, that's something that would be fun to do too. I don't know. Any of you out there do resin crafts? Like where you make your own dice or other things? That just looks so cool. You know? You can do so many cool things with resin. And not that I need another hobby. Content creation pretty much eats up all of the time I have. But still, it does look really cool. It does. It looks really, really cool. Okay. Signs. Is that going to be enough? I don't think so. But it's going to be enough. What do you know? Alright, cool. Alright, what to do with it? You know what I think it's going to work for that, for those hoppers? Is some iron trapdoors. Or actually pale oak might work better. I wonder if I have pale oak. Fortunately, this is the area where my tree farm is, so I can always go back and get some. Pale oak. Got pale oak signs. Okay. No, this is fine. Let's grab some trapdoors. That'll work. Okay. Pale oak goes in there. Do I have a silk touch spoon? Okay. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Woohoo! All right. Also, I've decided I'm going to tear out all of this. This whole road thing that was here. Yeah, that's all coming out. That's not going to do me any good at all, so it is going away. All right, so if I do... Okay, I think this is going to work. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. I mean, they open like so, but Oh, it even centers nicely. Oh, that's good. Okay, so if I just slap these trapdoors in here like so. That chest could be a problem. It's alright. Wouldn't be the first problem we've got here. Though, honestly, it might not, because that's the ceiling. The wall's going up like up to the top there, so. Right, so. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot easier to work with the okay. It's a lot easier to work with the copper if I'm not actually hitting it with an axe. I know, right? Who'd have thunk it? Okay. I might have to go get some more spruce. Actually, I'm almost certainly going to have to go get some more spruce. But all right, we'll bring the logs there. Okay. Do I have more? Ah, that's a negatory. Yeah, there's all sorts of not spruce happening here. Okay. Well, guess it's time to go do something about that. Another trip to the tree farm it is. Anyways, so y'all doing okay out there? You're all surviving. Hopefully you're not dying and sweltering from the heat. And when that's, man, yeah, it was so bad. I checked the temperature in my office. It's like, oh, it's 87? Of course, this is the most comfortable it could be in my office. Yeah. Now, my office is in a building that's not air conditioned, but it's a very large building, and it takes it a long time to heat up, which is fine, since normally it's not that hot. But unfortunately, my office has almost pretty much no ventilation to it at all. It's what is it, like a 6x9 maybe room? It's really small. It was a study room. It's in a library. And it's temporary while they're doing construction on our building. They're renovating our main office building, which is fine. I'm very looking forward to having an actual office in that building when it's done. That's air conditioned and has a window. Yeah, my current office, it's basically a closet. And man, I got up this morning, I was feeling okay. Had what felt like a reasonable amount of sleep, and yeah, I was doing okay. But I got into my office and I'd been there for about half an hour before I was falling asleep in my chair. And it's like, this isn't good. So I now have a plan, because I have a whole bunch of ice packs. Because several years ago, we had signed up with a service where basically about once a year we would order a lot of frozen meats, you know, steaks and ground beef and, you know, all sorts of good stuff. And it was really good beef. It was so nice. When that company stopped selling it, we were sad. But because I live in the middle of nowhere, they would ship it down to us, and we'd end up with a bunch of ice packs and stuff with it, which was fine and dandy. So we have a handful of ice packs, which is good. So now I'm looking at, like, I'm going to be burning through 5 of these a day for a while. Obviously, I'll refreeze them at night and, you know, that type of thing. But I'll take 3 of them in the morning, and then I will, when I come home for lunch, I'll swap those out for 2 more. And hopefully that'll keep my office at least bearable for the next few days. It's supposed to cool off this weekend, I guess. Got a storm coming in. We actually got some rain today, which was unusual. But, you know, we are coming to the end of July, which is sort of, I guess, our monsoon season, if you could consider it that. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. So where I live, it's mostly a desert, semi-arid, you know, high mountain desert. We don't get a lot of rain. But what we do get tends to come towards the end of July and into August, so hopefully we actually will get some more rain, because droughts suck and Colorado's been burning down. So, okay, because forest fires are not any fun at all. Okay. All right, so I was doing a thing. What was I doing? Oh, right. I was totally doing that thing. Okay. So how are we doing here, gang? Okay, so here, what is this, 6? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we cut those 3 out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like we've got some space I've got to clear out here. Oh, heck, I've got shears on me. Well, that's convenient. That is very convenient. Okay. Well, I'll take it. You know, it's very rare that I actually have something in my inventory that I need right when I need it. Well, today is one of those days. And I'll take it, man. We're just going to pretend like I was totally prepared and stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, because, you know, I'm always totally and completely prepared with the things that I'm preparing to be prepared with. That's just how it works. So much preparing going on. No, there is no preparing going on. None. I'm just going to sit in this hole and not be prepared. Okay. Okay. So, we got that going. I do need to do stuff. Okay, sea lantern's going to go here. Okay. Let's see, I do have a little bit of diorite here, so. Right, so this wall is going to come out like so. Okay. Good. Alright, so yeah, so that'll work out just fine. We'll get the ceiling all sorted out. It'll be lovely. Alright. That's not diorite. I don't care how much it wants to be diorite. I know it wants to be diorite. You know, who doesn't? But apparently something. Okay. Alright, so that's going to go there. It's going to just bring it across because that'll be easier. Okay. Alright, so we pulled that in, and we do the same thing over here. Yeah, and then we'll have to go get the chiseled copper, or whatever that is. Cut copper. That's it. I know things. Sometimes. Alright. So deep slates all goes in there. Oh yeah, so much deep slate. Alright, so next thing I'm going to need is to make some more barrels, which... Do I have slabs? No, I don't have slabs. That would be too easy. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's totally fine. Just make up... Yeah, that should be enough. Yeah, I think it's 24 barrels. Also, I need some cut copper. And we're going to need some resin. Yeah. Okay. What I actually needed was more... I mean, I did need some more chiseled resin, but... Alright, no. We're okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... 4. There we go. Alright. There we go. That can become resin wall. Nice. Oh, this looks so good. It's so clean. I love it. I love it. Oops, axe. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had that problem where it's like, I had a really, yeah, I get a room put together and it just feels too busy. I know I definitely have that problem. I have a tendency to, I don't know if over-decorate is the right word, but the decorations are just not. I tend to have either too much detail, not enough detail, just the wrong sorts of detail. Yeah, it's just not fabulous. So, trying to get something nice here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get. Okay, get that in place. Get the resin walls. Okay. Resin walls go there. All right, barrels. Okay, that's wrong. I'm sorry, your outlook is different and therefore you must move. This is the gentle warmth of collectivism, means you must do it our way and not anybody else's. Okay. Alright, so let's go and pop up here like so. Yeah, that all comes out. Right, since I'm up here, let's go ahead and get this resin in place. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that. Oh, yes. Ah, cheese monkeys. Hi, guys. How are you? Well, that's not where that needed to be. Not even a little bit. Okay. That's fine. We'll just, take that out. I think this goes right. Well, that goes right. Nope. Right there. This one goes right there. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I don't think I've got enough diorite on me, so I'll solve that problem at a later date. Again, that's a problem for future me. Yeah. All right, staying these goes here. Okay, so this is going to go here. The resin, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that goes like so. Sweet. All right. Yeah, this is doing okay. I do need to bring a little bit of the floor this way. Okay. So that goes there. Oh, look at all the inventory space I don't have. All right. We're fine. Slate. Okay. And I've got that. Let's grab the bone blocks. All right. Yeah, so we can finish out this floor over here. Oh, yeah. Actually, should just go one more. Okay, yes, one more, but one more in the correct place. That would be awesome. That doesn't matter. It's not like I'm lacking in bone blocks. Okay. All right, that will work. And so now it's just a matter of doing something with this wall. Again, because of the way that where this road goes, I'm gonna have to do something with that. There's too much of it here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do something over here, and I just don't know what. So we'll solve that problem at a later date. But we do have a fair amount of light here, which is good. Yeah, this is obviously it's kind of dark where it's dark, but this hallway doesn't really feel dark, which is good. I said some lights up there might be handy. I don't know quite what I would do with them at the moment. Oh, I need to barrels, apparently, is what I need to do. Okay. Well, we can barrel through. It's all good. Right. I have an empty shulker box. I don't know why I have an empty shulker box, but I do. It's convenient, I guess. Right. Okay, so I'm going to need... Okay, I've got some slabs. Let's make up some more barrels. Yep. That might be enough. I think it actually is enough if I... Yeah. Oops, no. Okay. Okay. That was weird, but we'll take it. Okay, and then let's go this way. Okay, and then I need to get the resin up on top here, so... Okay. No, 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 no. You look like you should go there, but you don't. There we go. All right. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this is all just going to have to go. I'm not using this portal right now anyway. This portal's great. When I was originally doing things up here, or, you know, in the city and stuff, I built my nether hub, such as it is, down at bedrock level in the nether. When I figured, hey, I'm living in ancient cities. Let's build this all in the nether. Or all in the bottom. And it's fine. But I've been doing all the stuff up on the roof, of course. So that does limit the amount I've been using this portal. Okay. All right, so that goes in. I'll worry about that other side here in a minute. Let's finish this side first. I love having Swift Sneak. I really, really miss that in my Skyblock world. I actually have no way of getting Swift Sneak because there are no ancient cities. At least that I know of. I suppose I might be able to fly out far enough where there's where there might be something. I feel like I'm missing a copper golem there. What are you trying to do? I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's definitely really happy or excited or lost about something there. All right, well, I'm gonna have to get in here with some. I think he's seeing another. Oh. No, no, and also no, and that is not at all how that was supposed to work. Okay. Darn it. Where'd he go? No, I mean, seriously, where did he go? All right, he dropped down. I now have copper golems wandering the city. They're small and easily lost. Sure. Okay. No, we're perfectly fine. I'll just create 2 more of them up there. It'll be fine. Totally fine. We'll just not worry about them running away. I'll find them eventually. So let's get 2 of those. I should have a couple of pumpkins. Okay. All right, well, that was weird. Yeah, they're going to be around somewhere. I don't know where that somewhere is, but definitely somewhere. All right, so let's see. What's going to be the best way of doing this? Probably. I wonder if I can do it this way. Okay, where? Okay, where I can do that. Okay, that's going to come out. All right, and then we're do the same thing over here. Aha! That'll teach you to go the way I don't want you to go. Okay. And then this comes out. Perfect. Alright, now these can come out this way. I've blocked this off so they're not escaping anymore. Alright, I don't know where those other two went. Obviously, one of them managed to escape somewhere. Right, they slid out that hole there. I think they... I don't think they could climb up. Oh yeah, one of them ended up in there. And that's fine. That's a good place for them. I don't have any beeswax. Interesting. I need to wax these guys anyway so they don't age. Okay, so one did manage to climb up and fall in there. I only have two in that one. Two there, two there. I really want, like, 6 in these first couple. Actually, maybe this whole side might be 6. And then this side, maybe 4, and then just a 2. That's probably enough, but wowzers. Okay. Well, I'm glad that one copper golem managed to find his way into something useful. Don't know where the other one went, though. I mean, it's very possible he managed to step up and end up in the fire. Which is bad for the copper golem, but at least I wouldn't have to worry about him, I guess. All right, well, sad times for the copper golems. All right, anyway. Okay, so let's get back in here now, and I need the diorite. Okay. Yep, just slide this in like so. And there we go. Okay, so that's okay. That is definitely okay. And as this copper ages, it looks really patchy over there, which is fair. It kind of is. Oh, I didn't get the copper trapdoors in place here. Okay. Okay, do the same thing on this side, of course. All right. All right, all right, all right. And that works. Sad, I'm gonna want to deal with something on this side, and I don't know what, but yeah, that's definitely going to not be this. Yeah, this is... I said most of this is just going to come out. But I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be that, so figure out something. Okay. Good. Oops. Copper chests don't go in there. Okay, this is our copper and resin. Oh, did I put signs over there? I did not. Okay. I'm gonna need a lot more signs then. We're crafting signs. Gonna craft the signs. We craft the signs. That's too many. Okay, we're fine. And Alex, thank you for that raid. I don't know where my alert didn't pop, but I appreciate that raid over there on Twitch. Hope you're having a fabulous day. What were you doing? Okay, that's that side, this side. Ack. Finished up the game of Outbound. Ooh, nice. That's always a good feeling when you finish a game. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I need to sort out this mess. I don't know how, but something. The build is going pretty well. I've got things cleaned up fairly nicely here, actually. So this is a storage room I've been meaning to build forever here in an ancient city. Got gamma override on so you can see, but got this lovely ancient city I was renovating, and I went and took a break and was working on something else, but I'd always had a plan to turn this center area under the portal into some form of basically a main storage room base type of thing. So that's what I'm doing, and I think it's going pretty well. Pretty happy with where we're at. The only thing that really bugs me right now is I had hoppers coming right at the level I wanted to put the ceiling, but that's okay. Can survive that. I'd fix it, but I'm selectively lazy. I'm excited. I just got these in the shop at musicfreegaming.com. His cups. That's a problem for future me on one side and selectively lazy on the other. And I love them. They're great. It's a great little cup. Available now at musicfreegaming.com. Order yours before I try to pitch something again. Okay. So that's all going to go in there. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely some things I would like to figure out here. I don't know, something about this intersection that feels a little bit wonky. I'm not entirely sure what, but it definitely feels off. Something is needed there. Said I don't know what, but definitely something. Now, as I said, on this side is going to be the drop-off, right? This is where the loading chest is for the entire sorting system. So whatever I do is going to have to load up all of the good stuff into this chest at some point. I just don't know how I want to do that. Well, design your interface first. It's advice I remember hearing. I think Tango Tech talked about it once when doing Redstone. I have the same approach in some ways, where it's, you know, build your output first. Like know where your stuff is going, and then it's easier to build everything else. Okay. Okay. Yep, so that's gonna come. Okay, that's fine. So come up here like so. Alright, so if that goes like this. Okay. Then I can do something, right? I could put chests in here, I could put barrels, I could do something. I don't want to put chests. The problem with a barrel is it's only 1 block wide, so getting the stuff out of it's a little bit of a pain. Right, because I could put a barrel... Alright, I don't have barrels. We'll just use planks for now. Like, if I were to put a barrel there, I'd have to put a hopper or something under here, and that's not going to look particularly good. Now, I suppose, right, I've got these barrels there, right, so I could put one like this. And then run a hopper line this way. This. Okay. I could run a hopper line this way to a dropper vader that doesn't quite line up with that chest, but it's fairly close. Of course, if I wanted to do a shulker unloader, that's going to be a whole separate breed of fun too, isn't it? Okay. It's one of the things I like about building is the problem solving, but some problems are easier to solve than others. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Would also be nice if I had something like, you know, ender chest and crafting table and all that stuff in here somewhere. Right, that could go in here. It actually, all of that might go better on this side. I wonder, yeah, I don't know. Might be good to set something like that up on each of the sides, right? Over here and then down over on that side, right? At each of those ends of the storage. Of course, this side, right, this goes out into the city. This side I'm going to block off, and it's going to become an elevator. Said I might... Well, I've got to figure out what the floor is going to do first. Silliness. There's too much garbage here. Right, so I've got this ceiling here, but I think I'd want to have it kick up to another level, probably a couple of blocks higher. I don't know. I don't know how high I want this to go. I don't necessarily want to interfere with this shape, though. So I might only come up to about, well, maybe just over top of where the copper golems are, if I'm going to be honest. That might be fine. Because, yeah, if I just come up, so just to this level here, right, guys? Yeah, you're fine. Right, so if I come up to that, wow. Look, I have flying skills. Yeah, but if I come up to this level here, I could take something like, I could just put ladders up on the backside to get into the portal. That would be okay. So the elevator just pushes you up to the top of the level here. Yeah, I could live with that. And I think because I don't want to mess with the portal, I think I want to use deep slate brick. Brick and maybe the cracked deep slate brick for the roof of this building. And then, of course, we've got the portal on top. Now, I don't know if I want to try to clean it up any, but for now, kind of leave it. But okay, but that's reasonable, I suppose. All right. Well, I'll top back inside. But yeah, I definitely am gonna close this side off. It's not that it's necessarily bad, it's just it doesn't line up with the road. I don't want to change the road because that would be a little much. Okay, but I could totally just block this off for the time being. Yep, right, that'll go in like so. I could no, I think I'm okay. I was gonna say I could, oh, I don't have any resin on me. That's fine. Neither do I have barrels on me. That's perhaps less fine. We'll just continue the slabs over. Won't worry about the barrels for the moment. Is that it? That's all the trapdoors I have? I'm gonna probably have some more over here. I hope. If not, okay. It's an older trapdoor, sir, but it checks out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. And yeah, let's get some resin up there just to fill that in. Not fabulous, but twill serve. I don't know if I want to put the chiseled on that one. I probably should. Okay, so now if I were to do... Right, so that goes right there. Okay, some of these blocks are going in the right place. The rest of them are not. And they are wrong and deserve to be, you know, removed and put in the right place. You know what I could do? I could just put scaffolding up here so that I can reach. But that would make sense, and making sense is not typically what we do. Okay. From the inside, that's fine. Yes, running some trapdoor or some of the signs across that would be good, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it. I could put a painting or something there, but again, that's all going to come out when I figure out what's happening with the elevator. Okay, so we'll worry about that later. The rest of this, though, I think is looking pretty okay. I mean, we've got a pretty good place here. Yeah, and if I turn the lights off, right, so we go back to, you know, the natural lighting and not the gamma override. Honestly, this is looking pretty okay. Yeah, I should probably block that off for now. This is annoying. Okay, and now, right, we were dealing with this. Right, we were talking about how we're actually going to load this system. And honestly, I don't know. I've got plenty of room, right? I could, like I said, bring stuff out this way. I've got about 6 blocks, 5 blocks maybe down that I could dig if I need to. If I need that space. But yeah, having this come out into a shulker or something. I'm gonna have to go find. At some place I may not have built it in this world. I may have to go find the schematic. I had a schematic for a shulker detector. Basically, is if it can get pushed into a shulker box, then it's a regular item and can get sent up into regular item processing. But if it is a shulker box, then it gets sent to a shulker unloader, where, unsurprisingly, the shulker gets unloaded. Okay, I know these are the terms that we use. They're technical terms that mean things. Okay. But I do like this idea. Okay. And then I would just need some stuff going on here, but how high up is that? It's the same. This chest is at the same level as the ceiling. Okay. Well, that's definitely a thing. Do I have droppers? I do have a lot of droppers. I have to craft up some observers if I wanted to just do a dropper vader for now. Which is fine. Dropper vaders are great, but if they jam up, like if they fill up the chest that's up there or something like that, then they have some problems, and that's kind of annoying. Do I just want to go that simple? You know, one of these days I'm going to talk myself into actually doing something here, and that's going to be silly. You know, I don't know why I'd want to actually do something. You know, I could just stand here and be indecisive, right? And that is a thing I am really good at, is this whole indecisive thing, right? I'm good at being indecisive. I think I'm good at being indecisive. And yeah, okay. That's probably where I'm at, the indecisiveness. Anyway. If I load that like so, I could stack other barrels and stuff up there, but they won't do anything anyway, so it would have to be this one. Do I want to try to design my own system? That would be a thing, I suppose. I could do that. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to do it tonight. I mean, let's be reasonable here. Because reasonableness is a thing that I sometimes have. We would absolutely have to come out here. All right. So that much I know would have to happen. Right, because we're going to have to get out from underneath the chest. Or the barrel. Okay. Alright, so let's see how I'd want to do this then. I should also think about maybe setting up at least some placeholder filters for the systems here. Okay. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to come to a dropper. Hang on, I need to clean out some inventory space here. Okay, that's all going to go there. The diorite can go back that way. Sure, this shulker box. Congratulations, you're now holding spruce. Okay. Congratulations. Alright, so what I would want to do then is basically we would have a dropper. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need another shulker box. Shulkers. Okay. Craft some chests. I used to keep some chests in this box, but I think I used them all. Chests. Okay. We're gonna grab a couple of chests, or a couple of shulker boxes, just to make things easy. All right. But basically, what I would do is we're gonna be pushing into shulker box. Okay. All right, so yeah, so that's the idea. Anything coming out of the shulker box can go maybe that way. Something like that. This could go into the dropper vader, which then feeds into the double chest. That seems reasonable, right? The shulker box won't go in there. The shulker box will end up happening. I guess something would be going like this way. Okay. Yeah, it would go something along those lines. What I would have to do, though, is just have a something here. Honestly, this might have to go this way. Just because, as I'm looking at it, just looking at some redstone paths and stuff. Yeah, I might need a little extra space. Okay. So this is not shulker boxes. This would be shulker boxes, and have to go over there. But what I would need to do... Remember when I said I wasn't going to design this now? Those were good times. Those were really good times. I'm a fan of those times. All right, so what I need to do here is I think I need to lock this hopper. Okay. Basically, I need to be pushing stuff into this. Okay. Something like that. So if it pushes in, that's great. If not, wow, how does that go? All right. Weird redstone design choices coming up. Right, so the idea is if we get a shulker box, it ends up here in the dropper. What would happen is I need to detect that. Like it goes to push, and when it goes to push, it unlocks this hopper at the same time, I guess? Okay, which I think would need some form of detection. Alright, which is going to require all of this important stuff, right? Right, sure. Well, boy, it's a good thing I'm confused. This would, otherwise the stream would make all sorts of sense. can't have that. So I need a comparator. I might be able to detect this through the wool, but or through something. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that there. Again, our hopper was locked. Okay. And it's not now because, you know, reasons. All right, so that would go there. Our comparator happens here, so we know if there's something in this happy little box of joy. Okay, so I think if I do that and then a repeater here into a block like that, I mean, that's fine. It just doesn't do anything. I mean, which is, I guess, a thing. Okay. Okay, so that is there. I need a repeater here so that the signal changes, I think. Okay, I think that's how this is going to work. So that's just going to go like so. The repeater is going to go here. No. 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 Also, we're locking this hopper, which is bad. Okay. Which is fine. I could slide this whole thing over, but we'll let's just sort of figure out what the heck is happening here. Okay. Okay, so if I were to do this, normally what I would do is I would take the repeater, and I definitely want to go off of every strength level here. Okay, and then, right, this would do nothing? What's it doing? Okay. All right. Oh, hang on. Let's do this. Resource packs. Turn on the redstone tweaks resource pack so I can see what's happening with the redstone. So totally make sense and stuff. Okay. Yeah, no. So this is all fine and dandy, I suppose. Okay, so this is... Why isn't this clocking? This has an item in it. If I were doing things, this would totally be clocking and stuff. Hi. I don't know where it goes. Alright, yeah, so if what I would do actually is I would have this closer, I'd have a target block or something here, and that would target things, because that's what target blocks do. Hang on. we're going to quiet the copper golems and their chests. Okay. All right, so this... Oh, right, because that stopped because of the hopper. All right, for the moment, let's just take that hopper out. Okay. Right. And this guy is attempting to do things. It's not doing things because of things. Okay. A better idea. Let's take this dropper, point it that way into a shulker box. Okay. So the idea then is something goes in there and nothing happens because it can't. Okay, but again, now if I do that, it ends up locking this dropper so nothing happens. And that's not what I'm looking for. At least not immediately. Okay. Because what I need to do is, okay, obviously that isn't going into... Oh, you know what I might need to do? Okay, I've got an idea how this might work. Okay. I have ideas. Sometimes they're even the right ones. Okay, I just need a little bit more room. So we're going to come off this way a little bit. Okay. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to do that. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to put a shulker box right here. Okay, let's clean out some space so I have room to redstone. All right. Basically what I'm going to do is we're going to do this. So we're going to put a comparator there with a repeater, a block, and redstone dust. Okay. And I might have to go up that way just to make that behave. Okay. So now, if I had a shulker box, okay, that's going to be fine. What I need to do is let's get a hopper going through there. Okay. So if I get a target block, that ended up here in the shulker box. Awesome. Okay. Let's throw all of these droppers in. And they are all ending up in the shulker box. Okay. I think I figured this out. Okay. But if I throw a shulker box in, that'll work. Okay. I figured it out. I actually know how this works. Let me explain. So what happens is an item comes through these hoppers and ends up in this dropper. Okay? The dropper then... Let's see. Okay, let's try this again. Items come through these hoppers into the dropper. And then the item just sits there in the dropper waiting for something to happen. The comparator, which I just broke, sees that there's something in the dropper, signals all the way around this redstone line, and triggers this. Triggers this dropper and this dropper. what happens is if there's an item in here, like if I throw some redstone dust in, it hits the dropper and it basically gets pushed through both droppers at the same time and ends up in the shulker box. Okay? That's fabulous. But things get funky when you have a shulker because you can't put a shulker in a shulker, right? So you put the shulker box in and then it pushes out and ends up going down in through this hopper and out because it can't get pushed into the shulker box here. Right, totally easy peasy and stuff. All right, nice. So that's the idea then. So anything coming out of this, is this good? Do I want to move it over? Where am I at? I think I can move this over without affecting that hopper. So let's do that. Okay, so droppers are going to go here. Okay. I wasn't going to do this. I'm doing it now, though, because it's just cool, and I'm going to. Okay. I like it when I figure out a redstone thing. You know? Some of you might be out there thinking, like, I don't understand redstone. And that's fair. You don't have to understand redstone. Minecraft does not require you to understand redstone. But I have a lot of fun with redstone, and I like to play with it, so. Okay, now what I could do, too, is I could push this way. Right, I could take out this wall. But no, I think we're okay. So we are going to come this way. All right. So hoppers. Okay. So shulker boxes go this way. Everything else goes that way. Or potentially this way. But I do like the idea of it coming into here, which would be, I have to turn that, but that's okay. Is this, where is this? Let's see, if I put this here. Now we're gonna have redstone conflicts. That's fine. I can just push up into a hopper would be fine. All right. So this would come up this way. And then what I could do is, oops, yeah, come up one too high. Honestly, just to give myself a little bit more space, perhaps would be the right word here. You know, it's the final frontier and all that stuff. Okay, what I want to do is let's okay. There. All right, now okay, good for you. So glass is going to go in that way. All right, so cool. So this, yeah, we could just have it shoot up into that, and it would be great. Okay. Or actually, to make things maybe a little nicer. Hamana. I might want to slide this over. I kind of, because this is not shulker box, but this is. So the shulker unloader now we're dealing with shulker boxes full of stuff, and we're going to need some more storage and stuff feeding into that. So I might worry more about that later, but for now, this is a thing. Okay, so that's going to go in there like so. Okay, and then we set up another detector. All right. So that goes there, there. Okay, and then okay, we'll stick a target block like that. Redstone dust. All right. So that's going to go, actually, do I need it to go that way? Actually, what I might do... Sorry, there are a couple of ways of doing this, and I don't know if I'm doing any of them correctly. Which, you know, it happens. We're totally doing things that make zero sense. It's okay. I need cobblestone. I apparently don't have cobblestone. I've got smooth stone, and because I need to craft up some more observers. Okay. How much cobblestone do I need, and do I have any over here? Yes. Okay. Let's hear it for a cobblestone generator. It's slow, but it works. Okay. So, the idea then is... we come over here and we craft up a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we've got some redstone. Need more redstone, probably. Okay. We're gonna need a bunch of observers. Okay, so the idea is, I believe, let's see. I'm trying to remember how this works. I think these, well, I mean, that's facing the wrong way, but, you know, that's, yeah, I think this basically comes up like so. Okay. And then I think this is right. And then this goes here. And here. I think this is... Oh, that's facing the wrong way. Sorry, it's been a while since I've built a droppervator, and I'm trying to remember how it goes from memory, which is never a good sign for me. Oops. Okay. Alright, because, yeah, I totally remember how all of this works. Absolutely. Okay. There. And then this sort of disaster of a scaffold. Okay. Kind of like that, I think. And then, so yeah, I believe what I can do then is I think that might go there. Not 100% sure I actually need that there. I do need something here, though. Okay. All right, so in theory, that should do something. So let's do... how do I want to approach this and make sure it works? I mean, everything's going to end up in the copper chest, and the copper golems will just throw it up there. So that's fine. All right, so now... So if I throw... We'll just throw that resin in there. Okay. Those are all empty. Okay. That's empty. And what I should have is everything locked. Okay, there's the 2 glass. And there's our resin bricks. I actually built it correctly the first time. I'm as shocked as you are, okay? But that means that anything I have coming in here that is not a shulker box is going to be great. Okay, so that goes in there. Let me see. Do I have barrel fixings? Got trapdoors, so it's not quite the same thing. All right. I know this is crazy. I'm going long, but I'm excited. Okay, barrels. I'm actually getting things to work, and that's just, it's so weird. It is so really, really weird. Okay, so that would go like that. Okay, so this is our input. So if I throw some glass in there, it is stuck. Why is it stuck? Why is it not doing a thing? Oh, because that needs to be there. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. So the glass should now end up, thanks to our happy little copper golems, in this first chest. And there it is. Okay, great. Well, that's good. Okay, so anything that's not a shulker box will end up that way. Shulker boxes will end up over here. And then I basically need to unload them. Unfortunately, this becomes a little bit of a problem because dealing with shulkers is just messy. Because if you put in an empty shulker, that just becomes a problem. Okay. Right, because what ends up happening is if you have to be able to detect that something just happened. Those are furnaces. I need a dispenser. Okay. Because what's going to happen, if I do this right, is we're going to dispense the shulker box. Oh, look, redstone. All right, so basically what we're going to do I want to do this here? I don't have a lot of room because of this wall. So I think maybe what I want to do is let's give myself a little bit more space. So we're going to come out this way. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we'll come out this way, which if I do this right will mean I could actually push stuff into Well, I was hoping maybe I could push stuff into that dropper elevator too, and I might be able to, but it's going to require some a little bit of weirdness. Okay, so basically, yeah, let's clear out some space here where I've got some more room. I mean, if I have to build another dropper elevator going up, that's not that big a deal. All right. So basically what's going to happen is we'll come out this way. And now we've got a dispenser here. Okay. And that is going to dispense out onto those diamonds are just in the way. Okay, no, I want to give myself some more room. Spencer goes there. Okay. What I might need to do, I might need to do a dropper thing into that as well, because if I do, then there's some detection stuff I can do, which might make this a little bit nicer. Okay. So basically the idea is, if I carve this out, okay. Carve a little more out. So the naive version of this, okay, does this. Okay, it's the same type of thing where we detect. I think I'll be coming in underneath here. Okay. Yeah, where we detect. I need a repeater. I need a repeater. Deep slates. It's in there. It's in there. Diamonds are. Okay. Repeaters. I need. Okay. I've got the wrong type of stone. Do I have any? Oh, okay. I do have some regular stone. Whew. That almost ruined everything. Okay. Okay, so I think the naive way of doing this, that goes there. Oh, let me grab another target block. This is why I need all the wheat, is so I can make all the target blocks. Okay. Okay. Target block goes there. This is actually... Alright, we'll figure it out. Okay. Because I actually need a piston to break the shulker box. But the idea is that if I take a shulker, like this one, okay, is it goes in here and then gets popped out that way. Okay, and then, you know, magic detection stuff would happen and determine if it were empty. And if it were empty, it would then a piston would push and break that, and everything would be lovely. Okay, I think I want to change this. Let's... No, I can't have it go up. So... Alright. So like that, I guess. Yeah. that might be fine. And then this can go like so. Yeah, and if I redo the dropper Vader, I might actually be able to get all of this to go into that as well. So, all right, so if that's doing that, let's we're going to do the thing. It's going to be awesome stuff and things. Okay. Same thing. Okay. Circuit does the thing. All right. So now, basically what I need to do is to detect this. And I need a piston, which I should have. I have not a piston, apparently. Cool. Well, let's grab some cobblestone, because I need to craft one. Oh, I hate it when I get into problem-solving mode. I mean, I love it, but also, I want to go to bed tonight and, you know, get sleep and stuff. But I have to solve this problem. I can't. I have to, you know... Okay. All right, so basically what I want to do is... Okay, my logic is wrong here. That's okay. Who needs logic? We're just doing with redstone. There's nothing logical at all about redstone. It's just funky. Oh, crafting the piston. See, that's not true. There's lots and lots of... oh, iron. There we go. Okay. All right. Craft a piston. Fabulous. Okay. So yeah, so the idea then is the piston is going to go up here. Right, it's going to sit right here, I think. No, right. Right there. No, it is down one. Okay. Right. That goes there. Because... Right. If I just hit that button and that breaks, and that sends the shulker box into the hopper. Okay? Which is great. That's what I want it to do. Now, a different system might have the shulkers go into a different place. I don't care. I want them all to go into this system and get sorted. So that is just fine. So what I need this to do then is, if that is empty, I need that to trigger, but I need that to also not be doing anything at first. Okay, right, because I basically, I need this to be, let's break that for a minute. I need this to be open so that the shulker can do its thing. Okay. Or, right, because if this is down, right, I won't be able to dispense the shulker box onto it. So this has to be like so. And then I believe, let's do this. What if I were to put this here? Oops. Yes, but facing the other way. Okay. Put that there. So that if... Okay. Okay, sorry, I just need to be able to... Okay. Oh, I don't... Whatever was going on, don't do that. Okay. All right, so if I put that in there... Right. Okay, cool. So this redstone triggers. What is it going to trigger? That is the question now. Oh, I'm about to do something really silly. Okay, so I want to detect that. Okay. Oops. Right, so we're going to detect coming out of that, and then when this is empty, right, which it is right now, it's going to do that, but then it has to let go. Okay. Okay, so basically what I have to do, see what I so what I'm looking at here with this observer is, hey, we just pushed a shulker box into this place, okay? I'm a little bit worried about this becoming a clock because that does something silly, but wonder if I could put this here. That would detect. Okay, so if I were to, okay, yeah, so that detects that the piston or that the dropper does a thing. Okay, right, if I were to put some more stuff in there, oh, that does detect, okay. So that detects every time something goes in there. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay. No, that's not what I want at all. Okay. I mean, I could still do the double dropper thing. And detect, but I don't know. That might be a little bit too crazy here. All right. Because, yeah, I don't know. I just need to be sure we don't do something really, really silly. Oh, what if we do this? Actually, I may need that, but what if we set up a little comparator clock? It might be a little slow. Maybe that's okay. Okay, and we're gonna and this signal. Okay. All right, which means I'm gonna need a repeater coming out of this, just because the observer's too fast. Okay. Okay, and then, so if that comes out of there, and then this when it has nothing left. Actually, might be okay. Might be okay. Let's see. So it has nothing left, and this has nothing left. Okay, then I'm gonna need, let's see, another repeater there. All right, so if that goes through there, that triggers that clock, which all right, I'm trying to remember how to make an AND gate now, because yes, I totally remember things like this, because all of the logic is there. Okay. And then like so. Right, because if this is on, here, let's do this. So if this is nope, on. Okay. I think I've got it. So that goes. Okay. And then okay. Oh, right. And except this should be, I think this should be not. Okay, I think this should go like that with, and then like so. Might have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to kick this out a little bit. This is the clunkiest shulker unloader ever, by the way, just in case you were wondering. But hey, it's mine, right? And that's the important thing, is it? Could I copy one off the internet? Yes. Would it work better? Probably. But okay. Okay. Okay, then yep. Messiest, bulkiest thing ever. Okay. So if that's on, and then this is on. Aha! I mean, this works. The reason I've got a little bit of a delay on this is it's really simple. Basically, sorry, I just created a burnout clock. That's not what I needed. Do I even need that? Maybe I don't even need that. Because basically what I need to do then is get a signal over here to fire off this piston. Okay. Okay, so maybe all I need to do see, I'm worried here. If I do this that way, I'm just worried that I'm going to end up with a piston clock, which is loud and obnoxious, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Okay, so that's on. Still on because, yeah. Okay. All right, so basically we would, we're gonna come into that like so. No, I think my logic is all stupid. I might need to just approach this in a much different way. But the short answer is, if this is off, right, it ejects and then it needs to stop. Oh, actually, sticky piston. That's what I need. I need a sticky piston. Of course, that also means I need a piston. It's funny how that works, you know. Cool. Okay. No, we got this. Totally got this. Piston, sticky. Okay. All right, so basically what's going to happen then is we're going to complete the circuit, but I also need to get this out of the way because this isn't doing anything. Okay. All right, so this goes, and this is going to trigger a... Let's see, if this goes like this, okay, I would need a repeater coming out of that. And then I just need a... All right, so when this is doing nothing, this is fine. And then... Okay. So if this has something in it... Here, we'll break those hoppers for a minute. When this has something in it... Okay. Take that out too, because that's just going to confuse matters. Okay. Then nothing is going to happen here. Okay, we've got no power coming to this. Right. And then what I need to do is... Okay, so while there's nothing in it, or where there's something in it, we're up like this. Okay, and then everything comes out. I mean, other than the fact this is going the wrong way, it's just peachy. And if there's only one item in here... Oh no, it's fine, because the redstone torch is fully powering all of this. Okay. Okay. Right, so... Okay, so that's going to come up that way. It's going to go there. There and there. Something like that. But... that goes empty. Okay, but this then has to stop. Right, and that's the kicker, right? Okay. Let's just put a block there that we can target. Oh, it's just, I know, we're going so long. I really want to figure this out. This is probably a mistake. Almost certainly a mistake. Doing redstone while tired. Definitely not the thing you want to do. Okay, so this is empty. Okay, good. I just need... I need a pulse limiter. I need this to trigger and then pull that block up, down, or sideways, something. Okay. So while this is empty, or yeah, while that's empty, okay. So we put that in. We're totally doing the thing now. Awesome. Now I can't actually get down here to put in the hopper. We'll just do that for now. It's stupid, but... Okay. We'll go with the stupid. It worked. Don't complain about it working. It just works. It ain't pretty, but it works. Okay, so... Cool. Nice. So... Cool. So then the idea is if I have a... Let's take this shulker box. Okay. And I'm going to put those 3 deep slate in it. Okay. So what should end up happening is it gets put in there. And now we have 3 deep slate and a shulker box. I love it when things work. Okay. Cool. So I think what I want to do then is... I'm going to change this here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put that like so. Yeah, we have to change this out, but this will make sense. So everything's going to get pushed up into the same drop elevator. Okay. Down a layer. Okay. All right, so this goes here. Like how I accidentally placed that block in the wrong spot, but it's exactly where it needs to be. Yep. Just so good at that. All right. All right, so now this is going to go that way. Okay. And then this is going to go into there. Okay. I think we dropped something into the system. Okay, which is fine. The happy little guys. All right. Okay, so now we need another... Okay. Now, just because I forgot what they were looking at doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so now we go... Is it up like that? I think that's right. It's either right or it's not, you know, which is kind of how this works. Okay. Okay, so now if I were to throw those 3 deep slate bricks in. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd gotten something wrong. Okay. Cool, so now they go there and there. Okay, hang on. We'll get there. Get there. So this goes here, and here. I think that'll work. I think so. So let's throw those 3 stairs in there again. And they're not. What did I mess up? Okay. Boy, I'm glad I paid attention to how it was built before I tore it down. Okay, so that is facing the right way, right? The arrows point towards where the redstone goes. Yes. Okay, so right, so that is watching the thing. So if I put that in there. Okay, I've lost the stairs. They're there. Okay. So I put those stairs in. They go there and nothing else happens. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing that the, right. Okay. No, I think we're good. So, there, and there. I just need to add 1 piece of redstone dust. Right. There. Okay. Alright, so now let's try this again. Take those 3 stairs. Okay. That one still has something in it, which is not good. Okay. All right, well, let's hop all the way up here. We should be able to see if there's if those stairs are up in the thing. Okay, yes. So other than the fact we're getting things stuck here, this is working great. Okay. Okay, let's try. Oh, I do need to go up more. I think this is wrong, but okay. Okay, so empty, empty. Still have 1. Still have 1 in there. Why do we still have 1 in there? Just that. Shouldn't make a difference. Okay. And the rest of them ended up in the chest right up here. Yeah. Oh, I had this working, and then I made it longer, and then I screwed it up. And do I need to? I don't think I need to put redstone dust on those. Because I think that's just gonna confuse things. Okay. Yeah, see, that one just doesn't empty, and I don't know why. Everything else triggers all the way up. Maybe I just need redstone dust there. Oh, okay. All right, well, I just triggered everything, so now it's going to be sitting up here in this chest. All right. Okay. dokie. So now let's try this again. 2, 3. Oh, no, still getting stuck right there. Right there. Don't know why, but it's definitely happening. Okay. All right. If any of you are out there are, you know, redstone geniuses and stuff, what the heck am I doing wrong? Okay. Yeah, it just gets stuck in this one. And I do not understand why. Okay, this is just silliness. Okay. I think I managed to just kick everything back up to the top. Some dust. Do I have the stairs? Where did I lose the stairs? I have totally lost the stairs. They're... Oh, I bet... Oops, I bet I know where they are. Aha! Yes. They're here. Great. Okay. Let's try this again. This time... Okay. So that goes like so. Okay. I think we got it. I think we've got it. We should be... Yes, 3 stairs up there. Perfect. Okay, so now let's just do a quick shulker box test. So if I take the shulker box and we put 3 deep slate stairs in it, put that in here. That should trigger. Everything should pop up. And what we should see is 3 stairs go in there. And then the shulker box gets put in there. Oh, what do you know? We have a working system. I just need to set filters. Okay. Okay, this is absolutely probably the jankiest redstone ever, but I'll take it. I mean, it works. So, you know, it's hard to complain about something that works. Okay. All right. Well, this is good. Okay. Well, now that we've gone on for, 45 minutes or an hour longer than I needed to. Oh. All right. No, this is good. Everything's fine. Everything is wonderful. I want to thank everybody who is hanging out today. Especially want to give a shout out to all of my supporters at musicfreegaming.com. If you'd like to help support the channel, that is the way to do it. And you can get your name over there in the credits and stuff. So check that out. You can also become a member on YouTube, which is fabulous. All that good stuff too. So check that action out. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.